Hey everyone, Brian with the Reporting Hub here. Today we're going to talk about how to solve the age-old problem of sharing Power BI externally. Okay, so let's face it. Power BI does a lot of amazing things. We all love Power BI, but what it doesn't do so great is sharing nicely with others, especially sharing with others outside of your organization or outside of your Microsoft tenant. So that's always been an age-old problem with Power BI. A lot of people struggle with it. Now, there's always been a few ways you can get around it. You could share a URL link. You could invite that user to your organization and share with them that link to your Power BI tenant. But it's always been pretty clunky. It's not exactly a professional, slick solution to enable that for your external customers. So today we're going to focus on how do we solve that problem. And for clarity's sake, when we're talking about Power BI embedded from here on out, we're referring specifically to the app owns data scenario of Power BI embedded. You can, there's Power BI embedded for, Microsoft Teams and SharePoint and all that, but that's actually a different scenario of Power BI embedded that doesn't apply with sharing externally. So let's just get that out of the way. So when we're talking about Power BI embedded as the way to solve the problem of sharing Power BI content externally, we need to keep in mind that we're talking about the app owns data scenario. So Power BI embedded, that's the solution to the problem. Now, the problem with Power BI embedded is it's always been a very difficult, time-consuming thing to deploy. And often the cost benefit just wasn't there to implement because, if your issue is sharing externally, well, to solve that, it's a pretty big undertaking to do Power BI embedded. So naturally, a lot of organizations just didn't do it and just kind of lived with the way of sharing URL links and that kind of thing. Well, the Reporting Hub allows you to deploy Power BI embedded very easily. It's a turnkey plug-and-play solution for Power BI embedded. So all that, technical overhead and development required historically to implement Power BI embedded goes away when you adopt the Reporting Hub, and you can actually be up and running in a matter of minutes deploying externally to your customers outside of your organization. So that's the key thing. It's leveraging Power BI embedded, but it's leveraging Power BI embedded with the Reporting Hub that makes it easy, makes it turnkey, and makes it a very convenient solution that any organization could take advantage of today. So I hope that clears it up. By all means, check out our website. I'll put some links below that explain a little more detail, but really that's the end goal and the solution to that problem.